What is up, YouTube? Good morning. And real quick, let's give a round of applause for SBF.
On behalf of everybody here and on behalf of the public, I want to thank you for engaging in it at a time, in truth, when I know you've been advised not to. So thank you so very, very much. Thank you. Sam Bankman-Fried, everybody.
Everybody, a round of applause for Sam Bankman-Fried bravely streaming from wherever the hell he's at to attend this interview from all these people that probably don't know about crypto. Do me a favor, smash that like button if you're on one this morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream here for Coffee and Crypto. And you know what? I've had enough of this media coverage with SBF. And I know people are tired of this story, but this is kind of big, right? They are literally slap on the wrist. Everybody, he's so brave. He's so brave. Thank you so much. He's so brave. And you know what's crazy about all this? That the funds that were stolen from the FTX account, the exchange, remember the back door, was sent to the OKX exchange, which is a huge cryptocurrency exchange. I think it has the biggest volume next to Binance. It's not the most trusted exchange, and it's not supported in the United States, but it was sent to that exchange. What is going on here? Now, I've watched multiple interviews on SBF, and we're going to react to one today, right? We're going to react to one today. And what I'm getting is, oops, I made a mistake. I'm too dumb to know what's going on. And that's why everybody lost their money. And everyone's like, that's okay. I've used this example before many times. Say, for example, you're driving down the street, you're pissed off, and you run somebody over because you want to hurt that person, and that person dies. Well, that's murder, right? Okay, so what if you're texting and driving and you accidentally hurt somebody? What's the outcome? It's the same thing. That person has died. So it doesn't matter how you got there. It does a little bit, right? First degree and second degree, I get that. But the end result is the same. Negligence is just as important sometimes as doing something intentionally. This is absolutely insane. And we're going to go over some memes today, but do me a favor, smash that like button. It's so good to be back in Southern California. I was in Miami for the last 4 or 5 days, and I really learned a lot from the decentral cryptocurrency convention, and we'll talk about that a little more. But do me a favor, smash that like button, and let me say what's up to the chat, because boy, did I miss you guys. I know I was only away for 1 day on Coffee and Crypto, but I still miss you guys. Miss you guys a lot. Traveling all day yesterday. I left Miami at 11, got to the airport at 11, and then I stayed at the airport till about 2, flew to New York. I had a fucking layover in New York, which is a 3-hour plane ride, 3-hour layover in New York, and then a 6-hour freaking plane ride back home. So I got home like at midnight last night. So I'm still buzzing, baby. But let me say what's up to the chat. What's up, Crypto Fitness? How you doing, baby? What's up, Taylor Calm? What's up, Javi? How you doing? How you doing? What's up, babies? What's up, Matt? What's up, Crypto Hokage? Sackle Hunt. Everybody speak to my manager, baby. What's up, Jayhawk? What's up, baby? Slim Cheesus. What's up, Bree, baby? What's up, Bree? What's up, Slim Cheesus? How you doing? Did I ever say hi to Bud Yeti? I think I did. What's up, Bud? Again. What's up, Boomer effing Sooner? Every time I put on my post, good morning, say it back, Boomer says it back. You little smart ass. What's up, Crypto Art? Love you guys. What's up, Beaver? What's up, Chris E? What's up, baby? I saw your DM. Let's see. What's up, Jason? How you doing? What's up, babies? What's up, babies? Dude, I'd love to see you guys in the chat. What's up, that guy? How you doing, baby? What's up, Kuify? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What's up, Mizzy Matt? What's up, Brad? What's up, DJ? What's up, Big A? Yes, I learned a lot at this convention, and we'll talk about that right now. But I'm going to first go over the market real quick and talk about why it's pumping again and why we have a lot to be excited about. What's up, Joni? How you doing? What's up, Baron? What's up, Kamal? Now, it's hard to really comprehend that, guys. The last year has been brutal for us in cryptocurrency. We've been dumping since last year, November. It's already been 1 year. It's already been 1 year. Guys, it's already been 1 entire year since the peak of the market. That's good. We knocked out a whole year where everybody in crypto is saying, it's not everybody, but most top people in crypto saying that we're going to keep going up, that things are looking good, but we've been dumping this entire time. So we've already got 1 year out of the way. Now, what I'm hearing, right, and the reason why the markets are starting to run again, shout out to the markets. If we go back to coin market cap, we can see that cryptocurrency has a $8.5 billion market cap. So that's not, we like to see that, right? $850 billion market cap. We like to see that because it was going towards $700 billion, which is kind of scary. it's probably going to be looking good in the future. This is awesome. And it seemed, right, when Jerome Powell spoke yesterday, right, the Federal Reserve, they spoke about a lot of things, right? And it seems the perception is that we're getting a hold on inflation. Everything that they wanted to do is working. And it looks like there is light at the end of the tunnel, which there always is, right? Bear markets don't last forever. But it's good to hear that coming from Jerome after not really hearing much, or not really, let's just say he hasn't really instilled any confidence in us when he's spoken before. It seemed like they didn't even know what was going on. It seemed like they didn't even understand if what they were doing is working or not. Like I said before, it's like, when you're on an airplane, right? And you see your flight attendant, they're always pretty calm, cool, and collected, even if there's turbulence. But what happens if they start freaking out? Well, then you're going to freak out. And that's how I felt when I would watch the Federal Reserve speak before. It's like, it feels like they were kind of nervous, right? Every time they'd ask Jerome Powell a question about the economy, it just seemed like, I don't know, we'll see what happens. And that's scary for people. But December 13th and 14th is going to be huge for crypto. How much are they going to be raising interest rates? Are we going to start the pivot, which would be a 50-point basis hike, which would be absolutely phenomenal? Remember, a pivot is starting to really slow the rate at which we raise interest rates, right? If we're going to do a whole 180, we're going to turn the money printers back on. Well, it usually takes 2 years to get a hold on inflation. 2 years from June, right? That's when we thought inflation peaked, would be June 2024, which is right around the next halving, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So that's awesome. Okay. So December 13th, 14th is going to be huge for crypto and the entire stock market altogether, right? Now, some of the things that have been holding back the economy, obviously, is the war in Ukraine. China has a crazy COVID policy and tighter financial conditions because of interest rate hikes. Obviously, when the feds raise interest rates, people don't have extra money to spend, right? And, keep in mind that this winter is going to be brutal for Europe. Remember, there was a lot of people that were cut off from Russia for energy, right? They are Russia's biggest oil producer. And with the war going on right now, it's like a lot of people are going to go without energy. Now, we're going to see how many countries say, you know what, I'm taking the side of Russia because we need to get us through the winter. It's cold in Europe, right? So we'll see what happens. But this winter is going to be huge. But when it comes to the monetary policy, I'm hoping the Federal Reserve start to pivot soon. It'll be good for crypto, which would be good because a lot of us have been dollar cost averaging, right? A lot of us have been buying the dip, which is good for everybody. It's good for everybody. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let me know in the comments, how many people out here really, cutting back during this holiday season? Or how many of you guys just treating it like another holidays? I know a lot of people are really starting to tone it down a little bit, and cut back. What's up, Baron? How you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good to see you guys there. Do me a favor, smash the like button. Love it. Yeah, we're going to talk about Lilly Finance in a second. But let's look at some of these memes because they're absolutely hilarious. Check this one out. I didn't knowingly commingle using user funds, SBF stealing user funds, being a proper CEO at FTX. Like the whole I didn't know thing is ridiculous. He's supposed to be this smart guy. Look at this meme. This was SBF them. The proprietary correlation matrix modeling I built at Jane Street allowed me to profitably make markets in a foreign ETFs even when those markets were closed. And now he's like, my money accounts were mislabeled. This is insane. This is insane. All right. This is absolutely insane. And then I saw another one. This one's hilarious, right? Kevin O'Leary's come under heavy fire lately because of his support for SBF. Now, I know Kevin O'Leary as a cutthroat businessman, right? You watch Shark Tank, you watch this guy. He's bullish on crypto, but he's pretty cutthroat. And he's been kissing ass to SBF, right? He even said that he would invest in a new company if he started one. So this is like, Shark Tank, and it shows a pyramid scheme. He's like, I'm in love with it. I love it. I'm in, right? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. All this going on. And we're going to react to a video here real quick. But you know what I think is going to happen with all this, guys? I genuinely think he's going to get a pass. I think that we're going to forget about it. And he's saying that they have enough money to probably reimburse users, which would be absolutely fantastic. If they could do that, there is a silver lining, right? If for some reason FTX can gather the funds to reimburse everybody one-to-one, right? Not 50 cents on the dollar, not 90 cents on the dollar, a dollar for dollar, then I would give them some sort of forgiveness. Because at the end of the day, the people that got hurt from this are the people who have their money stuck in this exchange. Right now, if you bought FTT token because you're bullish on FTX, well, then you're probably stuck like Chuck. But they need to be able to reimburse everyone. Right. So that's the only way he'd get any sort of pass from me. What's up, Hitoshi? How you doing? That's the only way he would get a pass from me is if he can reimburse everybody evenly. Right. We'll see what happens, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. Telegram, there's no way Telegram's doing a cryptocurrency exchange. No way. What's up, OG Carlito? Crow is sexy. Yeah, Crow's looking good, right? Now, like I talked about before, guys, there's been a lot of criticisms coming from people outside of the cryptocurrency market into the cryptocurrency market, mostly criticizing CZ and just cryptocurrency exchanges in general, saying that they all pretty much do what FTX does, and they think that CZ is like an evil guy and those sorts of things. Like they speak about him in a negative light. Now, a lot of us know CZ as like not really the savior of crypto, but kind of like someone we can count on in crypto. I did not see SBF interview on Good Morning America. No, I heard it just came out. Maybe we'll find it later. But I want to check this out because this one says, I didn't even try to commit fraud on anyone. Sam Bankman-Fried. How do you not even try to commit? Yeah, exactly. How do you go to MIT? Right? How do you go to MIT and say, oops, made a mistake? Let's watch some of this.
There's a generous view, and the generous view is that you are a young man who made a series of terrible, very, very bad decisions.
Look at his smirk. He actually looks like he lost some weight. I think he's probably not eating. He probably is scared, right? Keep in mind, guys, his parents are powerful. His connections are powerful, right? If this was anybody else, they would not be getting the same treatment, right? If John Ray, the guy who, handled the Enron scandal, right? Handled the Enron scandal, says this is a fucking train wreck. I mean, come on now. Let's continue.
The less generous view is that you have committed a massive fraud, that this is a Ponzi scheme, a manipulation of the system. And I want to start there because I think that there's so many people who have that question, which is, what is this? And what did happen?
Yeah, look, thanks for having me. And at the end of the day, I was CEO of FTX. And that means whatever happened, whatever it happened, I had a duty. I had a duty to all of our stakeholders, to our customers, our creditors. I had a duty to our employees, to our investors, and to the regulators in the world to do right by them, to make sure the right things happened at the company. And clearly, I didn't do a good job of that. Clearly, I made a lot of mistakes or things I would give anything to be able to do over again. I didn't ever try to commit fraud on anyone. I was excited about the prospects of FTX a month ago. I saw it as a thriving, growing business. I was shocked by what happened this month, and reconstructing it. Where there are things I wish I had done differently.
Well, how do you guys feel about this? Thank you so much, Selmo Fudd, for the $20 donation, baby. What's up? Says, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Who knows that song? It's the first of the month. Happy December, guys. Happy December. All I want for Christmas is you guys. And make sure to smash that like button. Thank you so much, Javi. But thank you again, Selmo Fudd, for the $20 donation. Let's continue with this. I mean, this is kind of insane to me, right? It's kind of cringy.
Well, let's talk about some of the things you would want to have done differently. But I don't want this to be an abstraction for folks, because it's a lot of big numbers and often doesn't feel human. One of the letters I got, I want to read to you, Sam, because it's from a gentleman who said that he lost his life savings. And the subject line is, Sam Bankman-Fried stole $2 million from me. It says, Andrew, can you please ask SBF why he decided to steal my life savings and the $10 billion more from customers to give to his hedge fund, Alameda?
Woo!
Can you ask him why his hedge fund was leveraging long all of these S coins? I'm going to keep it polite for the kids. Please ask him if he thinks what happened was fraud. These are the kinds of letters that I've been getting repeatedly over the past several days. What do you tell this man?
Yeah. I mean, I'm deeply sorry about what happened. Here's, the long and short of what happened. And I'll start by saying, just to make a distinction here, you look at the US platform, you look at the international platform. The US platform is a US regulated platform with American users. To my knowledge, that's fully solvent. That's fully funded. And,
That's big. Saying that's big, right? That's big. Saying, that all American users are going to be able to get their money back. That's big. But still, everybody else, though, right? Everybody else that trusted FTX. Let's continue.
I believe that withdrawals could be opened up today and everyone could be made whole from that none of these problems plagued the US platform. Then you look at the international platform, for their non-US users. And I mean, as the letter says, Alameda Research did have a long position. And the international platform, it's a margin trading platform. It's a derivatives platform. It's a platform where all the clients were, going on, placing something as collateral and using that to put on a position, whether that's a futures position, a spot position, a borrow. And, what the exchange was storing was the collateral from all of those positions. Alameda Research was, one of those that put on positions there. And as I try and reconstruct this, over the last month, I have limited access to data, but my view of it, from what I have been able to see, is roughly that, basically, look, a year ago, Alameda had, I think, something like 10% leverage. Had something like 10 times the assets of the position that it had on. Over the course of the last year, there were a number of market crashes that drove the value of those assets down and the leverage up. I think it was, to my knowledge, still under 2x leverage, as of a month ago. You look at what happened this month, and in a few days, all out, PR assault, which led to a total market collapse in a pretty short period of time, no bid-side liquidity. I think more than $10 billion wiped off in the matter of days. And realistically speaking, no ability for FTX to be able to liquidate that position and generate everything that was owed from it.
But I think the bigger question is where Alameda.
What are the 3 L's, right? Ladies, liquor, and leverage. Get you wrecked.
Got the loan from, which is to say that there is a view that this is about commingling of funds. Right. And in that letter that I just read you, this gentleman actually copy and pasted the terms of service for FTX into the email. And I just want to read you this. It says, none of the digital assets in your account are the property of or shall or may be loaned to FTX Trading. FTX Trading does not represent or treat digital assets in users' accounts as belonging to FTX Trading. So how is it possible that Alameda had this loan of such a large size?
So there's that piece from the terms of service, but there were a number of other parts of the terms of service and a number of other parts of the platform on top of that. There is the borrow lending facility, where users were lending billions of dollars of assets to each other, collateralized by assets on the exchange. You had obviously futures contracts where there are leveraged positions on. Now, of course, all of this, it's meant to be the case that these are positions where FTX could, if it needed to, margin call those positions and close them down in time such that it would cover all of those, all those shorts, all those liabilities. Obviously, that wasn't the case here, and that's a massive failure of oversight, of risk management, and of diffusion of responsibility from myself running FTX.
But just make this very straight. Was there commingling of funds? That's what it appears like.
Here we go.
It appears like there's been a genuine commingling of the funds that are of FTX customers that were not supposed to be commingled with your separate firm.
I didn't knowingly commingle funds. And
I didn't knowingly, this sounds, he's on the stand, right? Commingle funds. All right.
Again, one piece of this, you have the margin trading. You have, customers borrowing from each other. Alameda is one of those. I was frankly surprised by how big Alameda's position was, which points to another failure of oversight on my part.
So another angle to the story is that he's kind of blaming Alameda Research, which is kind of run by his girlfriend. Now, last I heard, she was trying to flee to Dubai. I don't know what's going on with that. Remember, her name's Caroline, right? Her father, MIT person, right? They're all MIT people. Was Gary Gensler's old boss. So they have family ties, right? There's connections of people. They're a phone call away. They're a text message away. They know each other, right? So this is a perfect example of rules for thee and not for me. And this is something we know that's been going on in our society since the beginning of fucking time. There's rules for elites, and there's rules for you and me, right? Once you reach a certain level of status and power and connections, some rules don't apply to you, right? Like, I don't want to be political here, but remember the whole Hillary Clinton thing? Right, where she could apparently had sensitive information on her computer, like her home computer or some shit like that. It's like there are obvious rules for thee and not for me, right? So there's different rules that apply to different people, and this is just another example of that. It's just us in crypto. We understand how jacked up the situation is, how many people were hurt by it, and it's unfortunate that so many people can have their lives wrecked because it's not just about FTX. It's about all the people that were exposed to FTX and all the entities that were affected by FTX, like Genesis. Like I said, this hits hard for me because I have to talk to a buddy about why he can't get his money out of Genesis. It's crazy to me, right? So the contagion is what's killing a lot of people, and the people, who had their money on FTX. So it's like we know it, but it's weird to have it thrown in our face like this, right? It's like that Dave Chappelle monologue he had about Donald Trump, where people worship Donald Trump because they think he's like this guy who's like, against the establishment. He's not. He just came out of the establishment house and told all his peasants, yes, everything you've thought for years, we're doing in there, right? Everything you thought, we're doing in there. Right? Remember when he was debating Hillary Clinton and she told him like something about tax laws and how he's like not paying his taxes, and he says that makes me smart. And then they talked about changing the tax rules, and he was like, no, you won't change the tax rules because you use them. Rich people can get around the tax laws because there's so many different ways to be creative and write things off. And do you think the IRS is going to go after rich people? No, because the rich people can defend themselves with a CPA, but they'll go after the middle class, you, me, those kind of people, right? So it's like rules for thee and not for me. Let's continue.
The failure to appoint someone to be chiefly in charge of that, but I wasn't trying to commingle funds.
Let me ask you this. The Wall Street Journal reported that Carolyn Ellison told Alameda staffers that Alameda used FTX client funds to cover loans that were being recalled because of the Luna-triggered credit crunch. Carolyn says that she, Sam, Gary were aware of this. How do you square that with what you originally said over Twitter, that this was an $8 billion accounting mistake?
Oopsie.
So I'll point to two things. And first of all, obviously, I don't know what anyone else is thinking here. I can only talk about it from what I know, from what I knew. And a lot of this is reconstructing it over the last month. I have limited access to data, but what it seems like happened is in the middle of the year, a lot of, most of the borrow lending desks in the space blew out or closed down. And it seems like Alameda had, margin positions opened with them, and that it likely moved a bunch of that over to FTX this year when they shut down. And that means, I think it was over collateralized positions, but positions that involve substantial size and substantial US dollar size on the borrow side. In terms of the accounting mistake, again, looking through what happened, I think that there is a substantial discrepancy between what the financials were, what the audited financials were, the true financials, what the exchange understood. All of that was consistent, versus what the dashboards that we had displayed for Alameda's account there, which substantially under displayed the size of that position. And so that's one of the reasons that I was surprised when we dug into everything at how big that position had become.
So, they did ask tough questions, right? They did ask tough questions, but it's obvious, right? It's obvious that there are rules for thee and not for me, right? And he's probably going to get a pass. Now, there have been conspiracy theories thrown around. We've all heard them. A lot of people were saying that he's a government plan to take down crypto. I don't see that. I can't see that. You know why I can't see that? Because of what's happening now. People are connecting the dots. I don't think it's in the best interest in the establishment to have a guy go into crypto, wreck it, and then everyone else expose his ties to political parties, right? And those sorts of things, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, it's like, that doesn't make sense to me. I think he just fooled everybody. I think that, okay, maybe he was put in there to donate to political parties. Maybe. And we'll talk about another thing about that in a second. Maybe that's what's going on, right? But I don't think they put him in here to destroy cryptocurrency, because it didn't destroy cryptocurrency. And I think we're going to look back at this in 2 years when cryptocurrency's smashing through all-time highs and be like, okay, that was just the bottom. If you like we look at that Bitcoin obituary site, right? And I'm going to bring it up. I always bring it up again, but there have been huge catastrophes in cryptocurrency, and this is what happens, right? This is the Bitcoin is dead obituary. So Bitcoin has died 467 times, and all these little red dots, or where a lot of major news publications would say Bitcoin is dead. This is crypto's dead. Blah 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 blah. Right? So we'll see. Hey, we will see. Right now. Interesting story. We're not going to watch. Maybe we'll watch the CoffeeZilla video a little later. It's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes. Maybe we could stay for like another hour, or maybe we can go past 10 a.m. this morning. We'll think about it. But SBF mentioned that he gave as much money to Republicans. He gave as much money he gave to Democrats to Republicans, but he said those were dark, right? Those donations weren't public. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because on paper, he gave $37 million to Democrats. On paper, he gave $200,000 to Republicans, and then he gave $2 million to bipartisans. So that's crazy. Do I believe him? I don't know. I mean, CoffeeZilla doesn't believe him because he puts on this persona. Like you hear him, you see his tweets and his texts back and forth between people saying, we got to all this SJW BS, we have to virtue signal and those sorts of things, F regulations and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? I think this is another persona he's putting onto the public, right? I bet when he was in his, $35 million mansion, texting back and forth between him and his buddies and stuff, making money, having orgies, pretending to be this, humble billionaire. Right now, he's got to act like, he got to act like he's sorry. I don't believe him. I know a lot of people believe him. I don't believe him. But look at, but here's the thing, right? If he makes things whole for users, I will be happy. Look, I'm not going to forgive what he did, but I will give him a pass if he refunds and reimburses everyone. I want people to get reimbursed. I want people who had their money in FTX to get their money back, because that sucks, right? And then help out other entities that were affected by the collapse of FTX, like Genesis, right? Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze says, hey, how about that? Did I not say that? First of all, Johnny Blaze, you said that he gave money to both parties. You didn't say how much. You said it was the same thing. I said, no. You don't give $37 million to one party and then $200,000 to one party and say it's even. That doesn't make sense. But to your credit, Johnny Blaze and Chris E., he is saying that he donated dark, right, to the same amount to Republicans, right? So to lobby, right? Lobbying's a tale as old as time, right? Different entities and companies want to get their, get laws pushed through that help them, right? That help them. Let me see. Yes, do me a favor, smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. So we'll see what happens with this, guys. We'll see what happens, but Hitoshi, no, the IRS goes after rich people sometimes, yeah, right? But they're going to go after people that can't defend themselves more. I wonder what the ratio to audit from, from average Joes, right, or maybe upper middle class to actual extremely wealthy people. Maybe well says Sam was lobbying to get rid of DeFi. Remember the original BitBoy freakout video a month before this happened? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, here's the issue, right? And this kind of segues into our next topic, because just recently, how do I fucking get out of this? Just recently, no thanks. CFTC chair Rostin Benham snubs Ethereum, claims only Bitcoin is a commodity. So back in 2018, SEC declares Bitcoin and Ethereum as non-securities. Right? This is a big deal, right? This is a big deal. So the main difference between, Ethereum and Bitcoin, because, being a security or commodity, is just the regulations it's going to have. Now, people like the protections that comes with centralization, because there are protections that come with centralizations. Whereas in DeFi, it's kind of like the wild, wild west. What do we want here? I don't know. I feel like in order to get mass adoption, we have to have some sort of regulation. I think a good way to handle this is to leave DeFi alone, right? Leave Uniswap, PancakeSwap, shitcoins, and those sorts of things alone. Regulate centralized exchanges and stable coins. And, all the actual commodities, right? The actual stores of values, leave those alone, like Bitcoin. But then the argument is, we see it a lot in our space, and we'll talk about some projects right now. What about the projects that are operating out of the United States, that are on platforms like Uniswap, that are not following the rules? What happens then? I mean, a telltale sign is, where are these cryptocurrency companies operating out of? Are they operating out of Dubai and Singapore? Right? Or are they operating out of the United States? Right? Different rules. Yes, I do agree that Ethereum is a security, Christy. I do agree. I don't understand how you could say Ethereum was a commodity and then other cryptocurrencies that are like layer ones that do the exact same shit that they're securities. Doesn't make sense. Didn't make sense to me. So this does make sense to me, that Bitcoin would be seen as just a commodity, because it is. It's a commodity, right? It's a store of value. It's money, right? It's virtual money. I don't agree that SBF was. I think that so maybe if he was a government plant, it didn't work out for either side. It didn't work out for us, and it didn't work out for them because he fucked up, right? I don't think it's likely that they would put somebody in charge of that exchange and have him go down like this, and then have us all dig into his background. I think it's strange, right? It's strange. Big A says, I deal with businesses that contribute to competing political parties and lobbying groups. Have to keep yourself covered no matter how the chips fall politically. Exactly, right? Exactly. Exactly. The IRS will go after all. What I'm seeing, guys, is that there have been hex influencers getting subpoenas. Slowly but surely, the U.S. government and law enforcement is really figuring out cryptocurrency. I mean, we've been saying this forever. If you don't think there's people in the background looking at certain people, they are. 100% they are. I'm not sure how legal pump and dump Patreon groups are. I'm not sure how legal call groups are. I'm not sure how legal any advertising is that's not made known to the public with a hashtag ad or a banner saying this is a paid promotion, how legal that is, right? So we're going to see a lot of people over the years get in trouble. That's going to be cryptocurrency projects, right? Remember, the law works slow. Like I said, people have been getting calls from regulators about Saitama, right? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. About law enforcement researching about Saitama, wanting to know about products like Saitama. The law takes their time. And that's just one example, right? That's one example. So we'll see what happens. How loose is the SEC regulations? Probably ain't going to do shit. But I do agree that we need regulations for centralized exchanges. And at least if you're going to be serving people in the United States. It's just that, I mean, you can use a VPN if you didn't. I mean, it's tough to stop it, right? My thing is like, I just want protections for stable coins, right? A place to park your money and like clear tax rules. Hi Toshi, that's the wrong your. So how about you go take an English class, come back, and then you can roast me. Just kidding. The grandfather of the shitcoin always seems semi-criminal to me. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. What's up, what's up, baby? How you been? It says invest in ETH, wait a few years, be happy. Sounds foolproof. There's a lot of products that I think you can invest in right now. I do think we're close to the bottom, if not at the bottom, barring another black swan event, like something happening, like a tether going under or something major happening. Hopefully that doesn't happen, right? Hopefully that doesn't happen. Do me a favor, smash the like button, baby. Push us up in the old algorithm. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Chrissy says, IRS definitely needs to look into Hex. Richard keeps preaching la 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 land and no middleman. He probably ain't paying taxes on those spending money he keeps showing. Well, Richard Hart's an interesting man. You know, he's an interesting man. I met a lot of like Hex people, like big whales in Hex this last weekend. You know, I saw BitBoy Crypto, didn't say what's up to him. Yeah, I don't. There's some people I just do not like. And I don't want to do it. I never fanboy over because I went. Okay, so let's talk about my ventures at Decentraland, right? Decentral. My bad. I keep saying Decentraland, Decentral, and then we'll talk about the whole fucking Lilly Finance situation. So I went to a cryptocurrency convention in Miami, and I saw some big names in cryptocurrency like Altcoin Daily, BitBoy Crypto, and everyone's like sitting there fanboying, right? And you know, I'm sure a lot of people would see this as an opportunity to expand their brand and worship some fucking guy in crypto. But what I've noticed about cryptocurrency is that I cannot trust influencers in crypto. I cannot. Right? I cannot be like, oh my God, thank you. So good meeting you. Oh my God. No, I don't think BitBoy Crypto's honorable. I don't think he's honorable. I think that the hype from his channel was dying down. Look, I have a 20,000 subscriber channel. What the fuck do I know, right? And he has 1 million subscribers. But I saw his engagement going down. Because when I watch BitBoy Crypto, I think of it as like a larger shill channel, which is fine. It's a big shitcoin. He was shilling a ton of shit, like we all do. Shilling a ton of shit, except he was never really honest about it. If you watch his old clips, like it's gonna 100x going to the moon, baby. I know because whatever, right? So he's a big shill channel that everybody watched because they wanted to make money because we're degenerates, right? When I want real cryptocurrency news, I don't go to BitBoy Crypto. I go to Coin Bureau or Cryptos R Us. And Cryptos R Us is like the only guy I know that doesn't even secretly shill shit. Even Coin Bureau seems like sometimes they shill shit. You know what I mean? And it's like BitBoy was promoting FTX. Then it goes down. And then he's like, oh, now he's just like this angel now. He's a savior of crypto. No, you're not. No, you're not. You go to the Bahamas to find this guy to demand answers when you wrecked people hard too? What? That to me, that's absolutely insane. And then he sues a small YouTuber for saying mean things about him. He sues a small YouTuber that he has more money. It's not a small YouTuber, right? Atozy had 1 million subscribers, but he does not have more money than BitBoy. BitBoy is balling out of control. Crypto YouTubers are on a different level, right? We get insane money for promoting things. It's like you're going to sue a YouTuber because they said mean things about you, and they did it discreetly. They didn't want us to know about it. And so when Atozy made it public, everyone else supported Atozy. Even crypto influencers were like calling out BitBoy. Why are you suing a YouTuber that has less money than you? And then he recants the lawsuit and runs like a coward with a tail between his legs. Now that everyone now when he started a GoFundMe, right? Everyone was donating to Atozy. Some guy donated $100,000 to Atozy, some cryptocurrency guy. And then he's like, oh, we're pulling back the lawsuit because we didn't want anybody to know about it. And then BitBoy starts defaming, right? Defamation of Kevin O'Leary, saying Kevin is a murderer because apparently Kevin O'Leary's wife was involved in an accident that killed 2 people. She was acquitted of those things, right? And it's like, You're sitting here talking shit about Kevin O'Leary. Look, I don't like that Kevin O'Leary's kissing SBF's nuts either. I think SBF should not be put on a pedestal, but it's like, dude, I don't buy that shit. I don't buy that BitBoys is crypto. And I'm not going to sit here and suck up to some guy just because he has more subscribers than me. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. There are good people in crypto, but I don't think that's one of them. That's just my opinion. Hot fucking take. Hot fucking take. But I have to start looking outside of cryptocurrency to get real news because, damn it, I need to know what the hell is going on. I don't want your hopium. I don't want you to show me a chart that says, oh, well, last year, if you look at this Bitcoin on the fucking 200 EMA at fucking December 1st at 9 a.m., we pumped. It's like, I don't want to hear that. What's going on? What do you really think? I don't need hopium. I need to know, is this a good time to DCA? What do you think? Is this a good time to sell? What do you think? It's crazy. Nuts to me. It's nuts to me. But I did meet a lot of good people in crypto. I met a lot of hex whales, like people that are like balling. I met one guy who, the PulseX sacrifice for Richard Hart's cryptocurrency project, right? He sacrificed $1.2 million. Do you know how much money you have to be like, yeah, I'll sacrifice $1.2 million? That's crazy. I sacrificed $5,000. This motherfucker, you know what I mean? So I met some really wealthy people this weekend, and I actually learned a lot. But they're all like they like shitcoins and they like obscure cryptocurrency projects. And one of those is Hex, right? Hex is kind of an obscure cryptocurrency project, right? But if there's one thing I did notice about Hex is that, yes, Richard Hart is being blackballed by the cryptocurrency industry. It is so obvious. It is so obvious that Richard Hart is being blackballed by the cryptocurrency industry. CoinMarketCap doesn't rank him correctly. A lot of exchanges won't list Hex. And it's because Richard Hart, although he's knowledgeable, he pisses a lot of people off, right? That is true. So, no, if PulseX launches, guys, it's going to do well, right? If PulseX launches, it's going to do well. So, it's going to do well. Is Racket Club in here? Where's Racket Club? I didn't see him. Congratulations, Rodney, for picking up some WAGMI NFTs. Chrissy will be disappointed, but you won't. Let's talk about WAGMI. WAGMI, actually, I met Scott Herman in person, and then I met Ian in person. Let me tell you, those guys are on a mission. If WAGMI fails, it won't be because they're not trying. It'll be because it just didn't work out. The WAGMI team is trying, so I feel confident with my money in there. They're not just saying they're going to do something and not doing it. They are literally going to every convention and talking to people about WAGMI. They are making solid partnerships. They're looking for big money to support the project, right? They're trying. They're really trying. And I need that. I need to see that. I'd love to see that, I need to see that. Oh, what's up, Racket Club? I see you there. What's up, baby? I know. Chrissy says, who is stupid enough to guarantee insurance on the Wild West, no utility crypto space where products are worth $45 billion out of thin air and back to zero tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, well, it's funny because when SBF had an interview about cryptocurrency being a Ponzi scheme, he was just like, I mean, we give a cryptocurrency project value. Like, come on, guys. Let's be honest here. Shitcoins, right? Meme coins. How many of us buy shitcoins because they pump? How many of us buy shitcoins for the utility? For DeFi, right? For the technology of crypto. Some people do, but a lot of us want to make money real quick, right? You know what I mean? No, I only have one NFT. I only have one WAGMI NFT. I told I only have one. I bought 10 G's of WAGMI and I bought one NFT. That's a good investment for me for a speculative play, right? Is that okay? Is that good enough? Some people bought like 50 of them bitches, but not me. What's up, Sergeant Buns Guns? Well, I'm 6'2". I mean, a lot of people were surprised how tall I was. A lot of people were surprised how tall Jake was, but I mean, let's go back to that. And so I actually met up with some other Volt influencers. I met up with I'll be hitting some mitts, but this is me, Jake, Scott, and Ian. Like I'm pretty tall. Jake is tall, but I'm pretty tall too. Jake's like 6'4". I'm 6'1", 6'2", right? This is me hitting some mitts with Ian. Yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Keep in mind, look at I just got clearance to train again. Okay, I had ACL surgery. I'm out of shape. Okay, I'm rusty. It's been 2 years. Let's watch this though. I got to hit pads with an MMA fighter. Let's go, baby. Dude, first of all, super cool, humble guys. Down to earth, cool ass guys. Let's go, baby. Hey, let's go, baby.
Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Kick. Cross. 3 count. Upper hook cross. Double jab.
Let's go, baby. Big body kick.
Cross. Yup. Yeah, you knew. Again.
I'm like dead tired.
Kick. 1 cross. Kick. 10.
Let's not watch the 10. Let's watch the 10. Come on. For those of you guys who train, this last 10 is so hard, right?
3, 4. It's been a while.
Yee!
7, 8,
Yee! So much fun. Miami's a beautiful place. What's up, Jake? What's up, Jake? Dude, Miami's great. I love Miami. Everything is perfect except the goddamn humidity. One day, it was really, really hot. It's like November. It's like, why is it 80 degrees and fucking sticky nut humid in November? Absolutely insane, right? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Hidden mitts. What's up, Hitoshi? Well, those are Tide pads. Daniel says, we are here to make money. If anyone tells you anything different, they are not telling the truth. Well, that's the thing. It's like, why do we invest? To make money? For our health? No, we want to make money, right? That's fine. Right? It's fine. It's fine. Let's see. What's your weight, Roddy? I'm 200 pounds right now. 220 pounds. I'm a little thick right now. What's up with Lilly Finance? We'll talk about Lilly Finance right here. If you're out of shape, then I'm just dust in the wind. No cardio, right? But everybody's a critic on the internet, right? Everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're this or you're that, or that looks this, or that looks that." But it's the internet. What are you gonna do? Let's see. Lilly Finance is an interesting predicament. Now let's check this out. Now this is interesting. So yes, absolutely. Dry December. No drinking all this month for the boys. Just drinking though. Let's not get too crazy now. Just drinking though. Just drinking though. And that was just one little clip out of a lot of training, right? That wasn't the only little video we did. We were training a lot before that. So check this out. So this is me and Jake said.
Finance. 10 days until the Coinbase Lilly Finance listing. And if they get listed, we got 10 ETH, right, Jake?
10 ETH.
And if it doesn't happen, Brad Beatty, you got to come on our show and explain what happened. 10 days until the Coinbase.
Do you guys think Lilly Finance is getting listed on Coinbase? The head of listing still said no. You know? What's going to happen? What's going to happen, right? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? I'm interested to hear what happens. We all know you have that 1K. Wait, Fudney class. Wait, we know you have that 1K for Fudney Classy. The Classy crypto comment. There was fine print at the bottom of the screen that says that most people miss. This bet also hinges on Classy sending Rodney his grand. Yeah, Classy still owes me $1,000. He hasn't paid me yet. Do you guys think that they're getting listed on Coinbase? What do you guys think? Ryan Patrick is confident. So Ryan Patrick says this to Feltron. He says, you've been wrong a lot in this space. I've never called you out for it, and you know I could have. So, of course, referring to Feltron and Saitama, right? He says, but when you are wrong on Lilly not listing on Coinbase, I and the rest of the Lilly tribe want a massive apology and promise that you are Lilly and tribe moving forward. So Ryan Patrick is confident as a bitch, right? He's confident. Then he says 2 out of 2. If I'm wrong and Lilly Finance does not list on Coinbase next month, I plan to give you and the rest of the DeFi community my mea culpa, and I'll donate 15 ETH to whatever you consider your best crypto investment to be. I expect the same from you if I'm correct, good sir. So who's gonna be right? Is Coinbase, one of the hardest exchanges to list on, going to list Lilly Finance? Look at. I'm just worried about the investors, right? First, we saw it with Saitama and KuCoin. Then we saw it with Terrarium and Binance. There's no way Right? There's no way that this product could do it again. If you saw my first video, I was kind of flabbergasted. I'm like, I hope they get listed. I hope they do, because the community doesn't deserve this again. It's getting out of control. What are the consequences? What should the consequences be if a cryptocurrency project tells you they're getting on a big exchange, which is obviously going to pump the price, and it doesn't happen? Right? What does that tell you? What does that say about the space? What does it mean? You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But look at, I mean, I've went back and forth with these people many times on Twitter and on YouTube. And what happens? We're always right? Now, look at the whole Terrarium Binance thing got us too. Because I, in my logical head, couldn't fathom a team lying about that. But now I can. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? Matthew Miller, what's up, baby? Yes, Jay Gagan. Yeah, to come on the crypto hour. That'll be the consequence. 100%, right? 100%. Do me a favor. Smash that like button, baby. Jose says Coinbase will not list anything with a lower price than SHIB, if I'm honest. No, well, Coinbase has a lot of products that are lower than SHIB. Keep in mind that SHIB is what? You know. Oh, you mean zeros. You mean zeros. You're right. Yeah. They have zero projects, but yeah, maybe this applies too large. I thought you meant for a market cap, because there's plenty of products on Coinbase with a lower market cap than SHIB, but the price, yeah, you might be right. So we'll see what happens, right? Regardless, clock is ticking. Yeah, I think I think they will. They are just. They said they isn't just a listing, but a partnership with a foundation. I think they will. They are taking the foundation angle. They said this isn't just a listing, but a partnership with Coinbase. Well, they have to be on their exchange. That's the deal. Like, Coinbase is going to list Lilly Finance on their exchange. I mean, you could trade it on the exchange. I can open up my Coinbase app and trade anything I want with Lilly Finance that's supported on the Coinbase exchange. That's the deal here, right? That's the deal I'm looking at. That's the deal I'm talking about, right? Jake says, if Lilly gets listed, it's great for DeFi projects. If they don't, set your calendars for December 10th at 9 a.m. for the most insane show of the year. Let me tell you guys, it's been a while since we jumped out the top rope and slam dunked on a cryptocurrency project. But if they don't get listed, they get in this heat. They better get listed. If Brad Beatty's so confident, why hasn't he replied to the open invitation by me and Jake? It's if you're confident, that's 10 ETH in your project. That's a layup, right? Now, I do think Lilly Finance may start to run this next week or so. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Chris E says Coinbase is a publicly traded company. They aren't listing a token with prior federal investigations. People think that Coinbase, just because its volume is not as high as Binance, that it's like inferior. In my opinion, Coinbase is probably the most trusted exchange because it's a publicly traded company. It's each United States company. There are rules and regulations that United States, right, that are in the United States, they have to abide by certain regulations and laws that other people operating at the United States don't, right? Like Binance doesn't operate at the United States. Binance US does, but even that's not available in all 50 states, right? So Coinbase has to deal with, different regulations, and they don't have a token, Go to the Telegram. They explain why they won't engage with you two. It's better for their brand. It's not like they're the most popular cryptocurrency. If they say, hey, we'll take you up on it, man. And it's not like we're being mean. The video I made was pretty fair. The video I made was fair, right? I'm just thinking like logically about the situation. Marty says, didn't they say that Coinbase was going to post something about listing them? Yeah, they did say that. They did say that. So let's go to this. Let's go to this Zach guy, right? Because this Zach guy, this guy's the key, right? So this is the blog this is where Coinbase assets where the listings happen, right? They tell us what's getting listed. Like this, Vulcan Forge PIR is now live on Coinbase and the Coinbase iOS Android app. So there's one right there. So like I think the only listing right here we have was PYR. So, I mean, I'm not seeing anything right here. There's some other ones. We see Coinbase custody supports deposit. Okay, so this is their custody, supports these ones. And if we go to the blog, we can see that, let me see the blog. And this is where it tells you where they're listing different tokens, right? So here we are. So different ones that they're adding. So they haven't said anything about Lilly Finance yet. So that's interesting to me. So we'll see what happens, right? We have about a week. Well, everyone's laying off employees, right? Everyone's laying off employees right now. Everyone's laying off. It's not just Robinhood, right? The Zach guy did reach out to them and asked to send him their communications. Lou L says, "Hey Rodney, what I think many people want to know as well, if it does get listed, how many zeros are we talking about dropping?" Lilly Finance will go parabolic, and honestly, it'd be hilarious because Saitama people will be so mad, right? Because unfortunately, the Saitama people don't want this to happen because they have a little bit of a history with Saitama. Remember, they were supposed to be a SataMask exclusive, and that was honestly one of the reasons why people wanted SataMask, was because Lilly Finance was going to send it parabolic, right? Lilly Finance is one of the things that actually pushed Saitama to an all-time high. When Rust announced that they would be introducing blockchain technology to the medical industry and those sorts of things, that was because of Lilly Finance. When Lilly Finance was unveiled and revealed to us at the SataMask event, that was a huge catalyst for Saitama at the time. But then, of course, they had a little falling out. They split because they were tired of waiting on Saitama to launch their technology, and they decided to launch on Uniswap. They decided to do their own damn thing, right? So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but man, they have to get this done. They have to get this done. But I will definitely roast the Saitama community if this happens. You know what I mean? So, I don't know how parabolic it'll go, but it'll run. It'll run. Hemi Life says, where do you think Crow price is going to be at in 2025? Crypto.com, I think it's going to pass the dollar 100%. If it stays up there, there's no more FUD around the exchange. Jake Gagan says, if I knew I was getting listed, I would take my 10 ETH offer. If it was already signed, I would ask me to double, triple the offer. Radio silence does not equal confidence. Exactly, right? If we're offering 10 ETH to invest in Lilly Finance, then, I mean, I would take it, right? My issue is, since when is an exchange like this allowed to announce things? Well, it's just crazy. How are cryptocurrency products allowed to announce the listing before the exchange? Coinbase delisting BCH, ETC, XRP, XLM. I heard about that. So maybe just buy a little Lilly just in case. Yeah, it's hey man, do your thing. If you want to buy some Lilly Finance, go ahead. I'm not going to. Yeah, if you guys didn't know that Lilly Finance was started by Saitama, right? They provided the first round of liquidity. They launched the contract, all that good stuff. Brad says, keep hearing about these layoffs, but there's stuff going on behind the scenes. The construction in various companies building that would surprise you. That's all I can say. Yeah, I mean, there's been layoffs everywhere, guys. I mean, it's, apparently economic hard times. So people would disagree with that, right? I know, Johnny Blaze. Coinbase different than Binance, maybe. Sam is completely innocent, please get the facts. Sam is completely innocent, please get the facts. What's up, Pat? I mean, we'll see what happens, right? It's going to be interesting, right? December 9th, baby, better happen. Yeah, better happen. See, did Brad block me yet? They didn't want to engage in it. Let's see. The worst thing I ever did was listen to FUD once. You have to decide for yourself and live with the consequences. How many times why does everyone compare their fucking shitty ass project to Shiba Inu? It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. You're not the same as Shiba Inu. You're not SHIB. SHIB is a meme coin. Sure and true. Lilly Finance is not a meme coin. It's not supposed to be a meme coin. SHIB got listed because it's funny. Right? What utility does Shiba Inu have? They have a lot of tokens in their ecosystem. Great. And they have a swap at a restaurant. SHIB got listed because of the hype and because it's funny. Stop comparing to SHIB. People are so stupid. Everyone did this with Saitama. This is crazy. Everyone did this to Saitama. This is nutty to me. This is nuts. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm looking at this, and I don't even know. Let's see. I will never buy a charity token. I am in crypto to make money and not donation. Well, the thing about Lilly Finance is it's 1% a charity token. It's not all a charity token. It's mostly trying to revolutionize blockchain, the medical industry with blockchain technology, trying to solve some of the holes in the medical industry, right? Medical billing industry, insurances, and those sorts of things. Looking for out of network care and those sorts of things. That can be hard, but we have a pretty good system. The healthcare system is not perfect, but I don't see how this is going to help it. I don't see how Lilly Finance is going to help it. It's unanimously agreed on that it is good that they're helping out children in need. Obviously, that's a good thing, right? Obviously, that's a good thing. Obviously, that's a good thing. I mean, we'll see what happens. Nice Ferrari. Let's go, baby. Obviously, that's a good thing, right? But we'll see if they're getting listed on Coinbase. Some people are saying that they got scammed, right? Some people are saying that they got scammed, that there's a person going around phishing people, pretending to be, Coinbase listings. But with that being said, Coinbase, I don't think you have to pay to get listed. So what's the incentive for people to scam, right? SHIB is an anomaly. Like products, you're not the same as Shiba Inu. Don't compare yourself to SHIB. It's like SHIB, you know what I mean? SHIB is the meme token. Now there will be meme tokens that'll get close to what it does, but it's a meme token. Stop comparing, meme coins to like quote unquote wannabe blue chip cryptocurrency projects. I also met Ashley DeCan. Miss NFT Titties, Miss Titties, NFTitties. That was nice meeting her I know that was a hard 180, but I saw this. I saw my picture of that with this. So that was pretty cool. Why Luna Classic jumped? Did Luna Classic pump? I think it was up 1% on the day, right? Luna Classic, guys, I don't know what's going to happen with that. We'll see if that recovers. Yeah, it's up 1%. We'll see if that recovers, but I'm not holding my breath, right? I'm going to hit the restroom real quick. I'm going to come back, and we're probably going to watch some videos and hang out a little more. Hold on. I'll be right back. Do me a favor, smash that like button while I'm gone, and let me know for the next bull run. Let me know in the comments, which projects are you guys most excited to see run? I'm interested to hear your guys' opinion. For me, I'm really interested to see what Avalanche does. I think Avalanche is a good project, and I think it's slept on. It's at a good discount. Might buy some more today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We back, baby. All right, who we got? Shut up, Jayhawk. Yeah, Avalanche is my favorite. Yeah, I love Avalanche, man. They just need a good decentralized application built on that chain, right? Hemi Life, I already told you. I think that Crypto.com could definitely break $1 during the next run if there's no more FUD around their project. If you haven't bought a car yet, I'm not buying a Ferrari. I think I'm not even going to get a Corvette, guys. I can't find a dealer that's not trying to hike up the price. Your doo-doos are mad loud. Let's go, Joan Karu, Shib, Crow, and Volt. Yes, Volt is going to be a strong meme coin. First of all, shout out to Volt sponsoring the stream. Sponsor stream. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring your boy all month. If you got in when I started talking about it, you 3X. So hopefully you took profits. Take profits, goddammit. I don't care what anybody says. Take profits, okay? But Volt during a bull run is going to go crazy. It's a strong meme coin. And I like the fact that I'm not trying to like not be a meme coin. Like say Tom was like, we are more than a meme coin. We are not a meme coin. Just own it. Just fucking own it, you know? Just own it. Chris E says, I'm interested to see Cosmos and Polkadot cross-chain connections using Moonbeam. I have always loved Atom ecosystem. That's one I haven't really looked into too much, Chrissy. I hear about it everywhere, but not a lot of people talk about it. There's some good videos. Guy from Coin Bureau has a fantastic full like review on it and those sorts of things. I've seen it before. I just don't remember much of it. You're welcome, Hemi Life. You're welcome. You're welcome. Is it too late to get some Volt? Look, don't invest more than you can lose, and it's all a speculative play, right? So keep that in mind. You know, there's no green candle right now pumping this thing, so we'll see what happens. I do think this next, I did not see that. Is that up already, my Alpha Journey? I did not see the Volt interview. I'll react to it on a Volt video. I did not see that, though. I did not see that. Let's see Saitama reserves. Right? I'm telling you, man. I mean, it's a meme coin, true and true, man. We like meme coins, right? The only moon bags I have right now, guys, are I have MetaMonkey AI, I have WagMe, and I have Volt. Those are the only moon bags I have for small cap community tokens. And Volt is not even a small cap, right? How is MetaMonkey doing? I don't know. I actually don't pay attention to that one so much. But last time I checked, it was below my investing price, barely. So I don't know. Liquidity to market cap is really good. Like literally, look at the liquidity. It's like 1.7 million, and their market cap is 2.6 million. We like to see that. But yeah, it's not looking good. You know, but like I said, MetaMonkey is a speculative play. Honestly, I think the metaverse is played out. Like metaverse is like whatever. But the peer wallet could be good. We'll see what happens. You know, Awesome Austin is my boy. But you know, I still think the metaverse is just kind of played out. And that's just how I feel. You know. Lilly Finance is going to get listed on Volt Exchange? No. Luna Classic is still at 16. It's not at 14 or 19. It's not. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Jasmy. What's so important about Jasmy? I think Jasmy is just a regular ass crypto. It operates out of Japan, right? Oh, this shit's been pumping. Oh my god, this shit's been pumping. Let's see. Month? Oh no, not really. It's been down. I mean, it's up over the last 7 days, but you know. DJ says, I don't like MMA running buying contests. Buying for it does nothing but pump the price and give devs more funds before it dumps again. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? Do I think that Volt will be better than SHIB in the future? I don't think there's ever going to be another Shiba Inu, but there will be something that there might be another Saitama, which means a $7 billion market cap, something like that. I think Shiba Inu, when it comes to meme coins, I don't think there will never be a SHIB. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. You know, I think it's going to do its own thing, but I don't think it'll be Shiba Inu status. Remember, Saitama pumped with nothing but lies. And part of those lies were Lilly Finance, right? So, you know. I don't know what 8pay is, Johnny Blaze. I don't know what that is. Well, Jose M. So Jose says, I think Solana can come back. Solana's an interesting predicament. Here's the thing with Solana. I didn't knock them for being supported by FTX and SBF. Because keep in mind, like FTX and SBF like really supported Solana. They had a good amount of Solana, right? I think it was like 10% or something like that of the entire like Solana supply or something weird like that, right? Big investors in Solana. Here's the accusations and what I saw BitBoy talking about. The accusations are, remember when Solana had network outages and we thought that was just for issues? People are saying that during those outages, that's when Alameda Research was moving money around. If that's true, that's bad. That is bad. If it's not true, well, then maybe Solana does pump. Maybe Solana is a good buy. Now, I bought about $1,000 worth of Solana at about, I don't know, $15, something like that. If it gets back to, you know, it's all-time highs or past that, that's a nice little bag. So it's a speculative play to me, but I know that I could lose it all. That's how I'm thinking about it. So it depends what happens. Now, to be honest, guys, which this sucks, the fact that the media is treating SBF so nice, that is probably good for the public perception on crypto. But it's still not good for people that were hurt, right? Because if people say, oh, he just made a mistake and crypto's not that bad, and yet, I mean, maybe that'll make the public perception, right, look good for crypto, but we don't like it, right? We don't like it. Wait, is it really tax-free, my altar? I didn't know that. Let's see. I know Racket Club says, did Saitama ever have that interview with the NASDAQ? No, it was like a company that was part of the NASDAQ or some shit. Yeah. Guys, I don't know who needs to tell you this, but those interviews with all those news articles that write about projects, that interview projects, those are pay to play, right? You can pay people like Yahoo Finance and all these other articles. You can pay them to write, articles on you. You don't have, it's not like they pick you unless you're like really popular, they'll reach out to you, but you can pay for that. You know what I mean? It's not special, guys. When I see something like that, I'm like, okay, it's not special to me. I'm being honest. What's up, Devin? How you doing? Maybe Well says, I will put 1K into Sol when it tanks to $1. Let me see. Do a Grove token video? No, I'm not. Grove is a small cap community token. I mean, if they want to reach out for like an AMA, we could do an AMA. I'm sticking to like Twitter AMAs and YouTube AMAs because you guys can ask weird questions. So you guys can ask tough questions. Donna says, I almost have one Jasmine coin. What is Jasmine at anyways right now? What is Jasmine at? You almost have one? I hope you could do one. I hope you could buy one. Do me a favor, smash that like button, baby. You guys want to watch some content on let's watch a video. You guys want to watch the CoffeeZilla video on SBF? I thought it was really good. That was really good. Watch it. Let's watch it. Because CoffeeZilla has a very good end. First of all, the awkward moment where you have to go to someone like CoffeeZilla to get the actual news, right? The actual news. A lot of people do not trust people on the internet anymore because people in the mainstream media because they don't get a accurate point of view. Let's watch what CoffeeZilla said.
You shoot me the.
Let's go. Let's watch it. Show and tell, baby. Show and tell. Or movie day. My bad. Let's go.
My lawyers chewed me the out for that one. The first thing they said after that was, "They said, Sam, we have only one thing to tell you. You have to promise that you never, ever, ever say you up again."
Today we have an exclusive interview with Sam Bankman-Fried discussing the bankruptcy of his billion-dollar.
Can you imagine being SBF's lawyer? Like, dude, hey, shut the fuck. SBF, shut up. Can you imagine being his lawyer? Let's continue.
Company FTX, why he hates when people talk about his love life, and his massive donations to political parties. Now, since going bankrupt and being accused of fraud, Sam's been mostly quiet. But recently that changed when he gave an interview to a citizen journalist, Tiffany Fong. Now, we've actually talked about Tiffany's work on the show before. Last time she released an insider call of a different billion-dollar fraud, Celsius. This time she's talking to Sam Bankman-Fried. And since I know a lot about FTX, hopefully I can provide some context and fact-checking where needed, because Sam, he lies a lot. Now, we'll be talking to Tiffany later, but for now, let's talk about one of the biggest claims in the call. You might have heard by now that Sam was the second largest Democrat donor in 2022, which, in addition to his significant donations to news outlets, might have been one of the reasons that he was covered so favorably, with an image of being the most generous billionaire. But ultimately, Sam told Tiffany on a call that this wasn't the full story.
They donated about the same amount to both parties this year. That was not generally known because despite Citizens United being literally the highest profile Supreme Court case of the decade and the thing everyone talks about when they talk about campaign finance, for some reason, in practice, no one can possibly fathom the idea that someone in practice actually gave dark. So, I don't know, all my Republican donations were dark.
Wow. Sam is claiming he gave Republicans the same amount, but under the table. The Citizens United ruling that he's referring to, it allows people to donate so-called dark money to influence politicians. In other words, Sam wouldn't be required to disclose that donation. And the reason he wanted to do it this way was so that basically the journalists would like him more.
And the reason was not for regulatory reasons. It's because reporters freak the out if you donate to a Republican. They're all super liberal and didn't want to have that fight. So I made all the Republican ones dark.
All right, there's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with the fact, is this even true? I don't know. I have no idea. He could be lying. Sam lies all the time. For example, anyone remember when he said FTX was solvent right before it went bust? Yeah. So
I remember.
Because of that, because I don't know if he's lying, I decided I'd try to verify these dark money donations. Go figure, I couldn't because the money it's dark. You're not supposed to be able to find it. But either way, if he's lying, this looks bad for him. But if he's telling the truth, it looks worse. I mean, it shows you how cynical Sam was. He never cared about politics. He cared about power and perception. That's why he played both sides. So he always would come out on top. And worst of all, they bought it. The media loved him. Some of them still love him. And going back to the part about trustworthy, though, this is what's kind of hard about covering Sam in general. Everything has an asterisk or a question mark next to it because, unfortunately, Sam is very biased against not going to jail. He wants that to be the outcome here. So everything we talk about needs to be viewed through that lens. So for the next part of this call, I want to talk about an example of how Sam lies and obfuscates the truth, because so much of it is about trying to craft an image with Sam. Obviously, we just talked about how he tried to craft an image of being this generous billionaire, but after the FTX blow up, well, he can't be that anymore. What's the new image? Well, instead of being a fraud, the new image is a smart guy who made an embarrassing mistake. And you'll hear that in how he answers this next question, which is essentially talking about the backdoor in FTX, which was used to defraud customers. And pay attention to how he answers it.
See, I mean, I feel like there was something about a backdoor that allowed you to execute commands that could alter the company's financial records without alerting others. Something like that. That this was put in place. I think that was a Reuters article, which made it seem like you secretly were moving money in the background.
Wait, and this is something that I would be doing?
I don't know. It kind of said that SBF put like a secret backdoor so that he was moving funds to Alameda and it was undetected. Like this was something that you put into place potentially. I mean, that's how it read on the article.
Well, that's interesting. So that I can tell you is definitely not true.
Okay.
I don't even know how to code is the honest, embarrassing answer. So I certainly wasn't like building some backdoor in the system. I could barely use the system. That's not true. I knew this system pretty well from a user interface perspective. But I literally never have opened the code for it. So for any of FTX. So I certainly didn't build a backdoor in there, and I don't know exactly what they're referring to.
I find this response to be so telling because Sam is lying here while telling the truth. I mean, it is technically correct that he didn't build the backdoor in FTX for Alameda, but he wasn't even the person accused of building it because it turns out Tiffany had misremembered the Reuters article. It wasn't Sam. It was Sam's right-hand man, Gary Wang, who was accused of building it. Now, this is obviously a simple mistake, and Sam would know what she's talking about, who she's talking about, and that Gary had built it. But instead of answering the real question, Sam uses this minor slip-up to create a loophole for himself to dodge accountability. Oh, what, I coded it? No, I didn't code it. I don't code. That's clearly a lie because I don't code at all. See, this couldn't be true because I don't code. And he frames everything as this preposterous idea while full well knowing that his partner is the guy who built it. And he uses it to dodge the part of the story where he stole money and springboards into the part where he can sell his preferred narrative, that he just made an embarrassing mistake.
Let me try and give you the nearest neighbor to that. So, like, thing that is true that, like, most resembles that statement, which is that there was a stuff long, and I was wrong. I was incorrect on Alameda's balances on FTX by a fairly large number, an embarrassingly large one.
Jeez.
And it was because of a like very poorly labeled accounting thing, which was a historical artifact of a time before when, like, from before FTX had bank accounts. And the result of that was basically, there was a time way back yonder when people would wire money to Alameda and then have to be credited on FTX. That just basically never got screwed up. And that was like a pretty big myth, and meant that Alameda was like substantially more levered than I thought it was. I don't know if that's what that comment's talking about, but that's the best thing I can, the sort of closest thing I can think of for it.
This is the image Sam wants to sell you. One where he didn't steal money, he just fell prey to a mistake, a historical artifact, an accounting error. Honestly, sounds like it could happen to anyone. You forget you had that number in the spreadsheet, and oops, it turned out to be $8 billion of your customers' money.
That's hilarious. But real quick, I guess we have some breaking news here. First of all, DJ, have a fantastic day, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Have a fantastic day. Do something crazy. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning, DJ. Just in, thank you so much for this. John Smith says, Apple blocks Coinbase wallet app release, requesting 30% of all NFTs transfer gas fees. What? But Coinbase has a wallet app that I have. Is this the same app? Apple blocks Coinbase wallet app release, requesting 30% of all NFT transfer gas fees. Interesting. We'll have to see what happens right there. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Let's continue with the SBF thing.
Now, he's not explicit about what this accounting error was, but I can guess based on what he said.
Oops.
Because back in the day, FTX didn't have a bank account for customer funds. So they had customers wire money to Alameda Research, their sister company, instead of FTX. And FTX would then just credit that money to their customers' accounts. So I'm guessing Sam's explanation here is that they mislabeled those incoming funds to Alameda as Alameda's funds, and then somehow forgot that they owed those FTX people their money. It's just a number on a website somewhere. When they go out to cash it out, all of a sudden it's like, well, oh, I thought that was Alameda's money. That's the strongest defense I can maybe think of here, that, oh, we had this complicated accounting system that was confusing and we screwed up. Oopsie doopsie, we lost $8 billion. And crucially, you'll notice that Sam's explanation requires no amount of fraud or stolen money. It's just a poorly labeled account. It's an embarrassing mistake. And we even saw this end up on one of Sam's internal spreadsheets as a, quote, hidden, poorly internally labeled fiat account, which he says actually explains most of this story.
This whole long saga of it. And then there's like a dumb account that we labeled confusingly 4 years ago. And that was like 2/3 of the whole saga.
Now, this has to be one of the most transparent dog ate my homework excuse, just in the world of high finance. You know, I mislabeled an account. I just accidentally labeled your money as my money. Oops. Sorry, guys, lost $8 billion there. Didn't mean to do that. I mean, again, this is me reading into what he's said here about why he lost it. We still don't know exactly what this internally labeled account is. I'm just trying to give the best explanation from the available evidence. But either way, Sam claims that even despite all of this, the real mistake was actually declaring bankruptcy in the first place. Because without it, well, things would kind of be fine.
And like, then the saga ends, and I honest to God believe if I hadn't filed for bankruptcy, all users would be whole and withdrawals would be on FTX right now. And not just US, international as well. And I might still get there. We'll see. I don't know. It might happen, it might not. But 8 minutes after I filed for bankruptcy, $4 billion more came in.
Jeez.
Of liquidity.
Are you able to add it to the estate?
I'm working on it, but the current trustees of the estate would rather burn it all to the ground out of shame and attempt to find a way to bring more value to customers. So right now I'm stuck in a jurisdictional battle between countries over the bankruptcies.
All right, a lot more to unpack here. Sam claims that FTX and FTX US would have basically been fine had he not filed for bankruptcy because he got $4 billion in liquidity minutes after filing. Now, the problem with this is that we just have no evidence any of this is true. And given all the past claims of Sam that have proved to be wrong, like his solvency, I find this very uncredible. It's very convenient when you think about it that, oh, we got a bailout right after I can't help anything anymore. And that those darn bankruptcy lawyers just want to burn it all down. Somehow I doubt that anybody would turn down $4 billion for customers, but that appears to be the story Sam's sticking with. In addition to this, Sam also insists that FTX is not as bad off as people say. Here's him responding to a claim that users will get almost nothing from the bankruptcy.
Well, I mean, not nothing. Like, I think, sorry, that's not counting like just liquid assets that are there. I think if nothing happens, if I can never do anything again and they're left to their own prices, eventually US will get a penny on the penny, a dollar on the dollar once they get around to admitting that. And international will get, I don't know, 20, 25 cents on the dollar. So I don't know exactly what, something like that.
Now, these are just more wild lies from Sam, specifically about the part about FTX International, which is hopelessly insolvent. He claims it only needs $4 billion, but that's not true. The only way he arrives at this number is because he's counting billions of dollars in coins that FTX has as real money, while full well knowing he could never sell that. So I find this to be kind of dishonest because, like, if I create Coffee Coin and create 1 billion tokens, sell one of them for $1, technically my market cap would be $1 billion. But you'd be a fool to actually believe that's what I'm worth. But that's essentially what Sam's doing with his own balance sheet. He's treating these coins, which he owns the majority of, as if he could sell them at the current market price, which everyone knows he can't. And this denial also extends to his own coin, FTT, which is the native token of FTX, which he used as collateral to get these loans. Now, Sam says it's probably a mistake to use them as collateral, but he argues that FTT was really valuable, although hearing him explain how is pretty interesting.
I think FTT is basically more legit than most tokens in some ways. Like, I think its value is more economically underpinned than the average, than the average token was. That being said,
why do you feel that way?
Wrong. Because like the buy and burn, like, it's not just like a token that like does nothing. Like, it kind of, at least it does something.
Now,
I like how he says the buy and burn shit. Like, that's a super huge gimmick in a shitcoin world, right?
Kind of speechless here. Sam seems to be suggesting that his token doesn't do nothing, therefore is justifiably worth $1 billion. This is despite the fact that he created it from thin air and owned most of the tokens. It's just so insanely cynical, in my opinion. His real justification for its use case is only these buy and burns he did with the FTT token, which is just basically where FTX spent money to buy up a bunch of FTT tokens, which they owned most of. So it's literally arguing that pumping your own price makes a token valuable. I don't know. It's akin to saying my Ponzi is better than your Ponzi because I pump my own money back into it sometimes. I don't know. It's ridiculous. And it reminds me of a video we did 6 months ago where Sam described everything as a Ponzi scheme. Well, it seems fitting that he actually created his own token with similar Ponzi-nomics, with a few extra bells and whistles, I suppose. Now, funny enough, after this long call spent dodging or being duplicitous about his responsibility of fraud here, Sam complained about reporters not being interested in the real story, the boring story. And he said that he's tired of getting questioned about these provocative questions like his relationship issues.
The problem is that at the end of the day, their metric is clicks. Like, that's what they need to get. And it's fine. It is what it is. But like, what it means is that like a boring story won't sell. And so they're going to be trying to ask me like the most provocative possible questions.
Lord.
I kind of felt like, all right, like we as a society have, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, spent about enough time this week trying to figure out whether anyone in living in Albany was polyamorous.
I found this answer really amusing since he's the one who's been dodging hard questions this entire time and then says no one wants to hear the real story, and also then brings up his personal life and says, why do people keep asking about my personal life? Like, wait a second. You just brought that up. So I find it really weird to be complaining about nobody wanting the real story and then not answering hard questions about backdoors and instead talking about your relationship. I just thought that was really funny. Now, so far, I've spent a lot of time talking about Sam's credibility or lack thereof. But to me, this all begs the question, what can we learn from Sam, who's so calculated, who's so intent on building this reputation or this image of himself? And he just isn't a reliable narrator. And I think the only honest answer is that we can see how flawed and warped his reality really is. Because in Sam's world, he's still the good guy. He just made an honest mistake, an embarrassing mistake, sure, but an honest one. It's the lawyers who screwed him, who want to burn things to the ground. He's standing on the sidelines with $4 billion that no one's seen, ready to put it all in to save everyone. If you only let him sell you his Ponzi tokens on the way out, it'll all be fine. But we know the truth. Things are not fine at FTX. Reality has finally barged its way into the Bahamas, and it's taking hold. So I want to wrap this up by speaking to the person who's responsible for this interview, Tiffany Fong. I wanted to ask how she even got this interview, since so few people have been able to speak to Sam.
I was surprised that he was willing to chat with me too. I'm not a traditional journalist or a reporter. I literally only started posting about crypto at the end of June because I lost a lot of money to Celsius Network. So I mostly started posting on Twitter and YouTube just to vent. But a few months into posting, Celsius employees started sending me leaked information, like leaked files and leaked audio, one of which was a leaked internal all-hands meeting that I posted on September 13th to the public. And I think you actually briefly covered that in one of your videos. But Sam Bankman-Fried started following me that day. So we had a couple of brief friendly exchanges on Twitter. A couple of them I think are actually public. So our DMs were already open when FTX filed for bankruptcy on November 11th. So I just figured I would shoot my shot and see if he'd be willing to chat with me. I really was not expecting a response from him, but a few days later on November 16th, he said he'd be happy to chat, and he actually suggested a voice chat. So that's how all this came about, and it's all still kind of shocking to me as well.
That's so crazy because basically you're one of the few people who got a call with Sam. I don't think you've spoken to many other people, definitely no one else that I know of on audio. So I understand that you'll be releasing the full call yourself on your YouTube channel, but how long is this call? Where can people learn more about you?
The call should be about 20 minutes long. I did redact some of the parts that he explicitly told me not to repeat, but yeah, I'll post the call on my YouTube channel because I think that a lot of it gets lost on Twitter threads. So I think
for sure, guys, be sure to go check out the full call on Tiffany's page. I'll link both of her Twitter and YouTube on in the description below. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hey, y'all think SBF was? I think Sam Bankman-Fried was trying to slide, right? Yeah, baby, you can have an interview. All right, chat, calm down, okay? It's a pretty lady. Calm down, you little weirdos. SBF trying to slide or what? Sam Bankman-Fried trying to slide? Is Sam Bankman-Fried trying to slide? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious, bro. So he gave her an exclusive interview. Now, we'll see what comes of this, guys. The crazy thing about this entire situation is that people are going to forget in a few months, right? We're all going to forget, especially if the market starts to recover, people are going to forget. The only people that are not going to forget are the people who lost their livelihood in FTX, right? Now, I'm hoping what he's saying is true. Before they filed the bankruptcy, they got a bunch of funds to make everybody whole. So if that's true, well, then maybe they could still make everybody whole, right? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. What's up, Sacco? Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, but there was so Apple blocks Coinbase wallet app release, but they've always had a wallet app. I don't know what this means. Are they saying that the new Coinbase, maybe there's an update for it? I don't know. Yeah, Apple, the whole Apple threatening to get rid of Twitter, the whole Apple, it's like, I don't want to buy an Android with their damn 2-megapixel camera. I don't want to buy an Android, but I will. If they take away Twitter, I will. It's crazy. I want the Twitter app, but I think that's been squashed. I think the whole Twitter Apple thing is squashed. 30% is kind of crazy though, right? Apple, the same product every year, Apple users. I love iPhones though. I think iPhones are fantastic. I think iPhones are superior to Androids. People don't agree with me, but look at, if they do these sorts of things, then I gotta get rid of them. We'll see what happens. I don't know what this means because I looked at the Coinbase wallet app on my phone. It's fine, right? Their DeFi wallet is fine. Is it just for NFTs? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I have to figure exactly what that means, but I have to figure out exactly what this means. AMC stock trading has been halted. It's not the first time this has happened. Russia's largest bank, SBF, adds support for crypto wallet MetaMask on its blockchain. That's hilarious. Russia is becoming more and more crypto friendly because, of the whole war thing, right? So, Chrissy says, true, SBF does deserve prison time, but we need criminal investigations on how money was mismanaged and backdoors. Exactly, right? We need to know exactly what happened, because obviously the money was mismanaged and they're blaming it on labeling being wrong. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone's bullish on Tiffany, you little nasties. What's up, Bernie? How you doing, baby? Crazy. Crazy to me. Elon made it a statement. That's what I saw. He said it was like a misunderstanding or something like that, apparently. Elon Musk, it was a misunderstanding. Something like that, right? He said, where's it at? I read something about it. I'm not sure if it's still here, but I read something about it. Thanks, Tim Cook, for taking me around Apple's beautiful headquarters. Elon Musk says, good conversation. Among other things, we resolved the misunderstanding about Twitter potentially being removed from the Apple Store. Okay, Tim was clear that Apple never considered doing so. Okay, awesome, awesome. Awesome, right? Awesome. CEO of Apple, apparently that's a misunderstanding. Awesome, that's cool. That's cool. Nick P with the $10 donation says, great show, Roddy. To answer the question in your video title, no, SBF is not a hero. But Heroes Token is. They are reporting that they have a big announcement coming soon. Thank you so much, Nick P. I appreciate the $10 donation. Hero Token, OG in the space still, right? OG in the space. So that's cool. That's cool. Bernie says, if you don't buy Apple, then you ain't American, Joe Biden. You know, Zilla isn't going to get what Scamule isn't. It's going to be a scam. I like Scamule. Scamule's a hilarious name. I mean, we'll see what happens with the whole SBF thing, but it's not looking good, right? It's not looking good for justice. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what Bitcoin Magazine is. If there's no more news, then we're going to boogie on out for the day, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it with the news, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Of course, if you're watching this after the fact, thanks a lot for hanging out with me, guys. It's good to be back home. Content will continue as regular scheduled content will continue regularly, I guess. No more traveling for a little bit. I think I'm not traveling for a while, so that's good. I'm actually kind of tired of traveling. I've been going too many places. Traveling's fun for the first 3 days, and I just miss my bed. I just want to be home. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. Smash that like button on the way out. Sir, better than you. You are always late, buddy. Show up on time to class. Thank you, guys. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, Sebastian. I do sound better because I am better. Thanks a lot for the zinc tips. I actually been taking a lot of zinc, so I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Peace.